Hi there, it's Karen here and back with you today to work in our little folio. So today we need to start making some ephemera and other pieces to go into the pockets. So I've got a few things I can use as bases that I've put next to me. So I've got some of the packaging from the Your Creative Studio kit. So I've got that one and I've got that one. So they will be usable to make journal cards or something with. I've got a couple of pieces that were already made up from the Beach Huts kit from Shabba Dabba Doodah. So I'm hoping I can use those. I've got only one small Project Life card. I think I've got more, which I can get if I need to. But I've got loads of those, so I can just get some more. And I've got some bigger ones, some 4x6 cards. These aren't strictly Project Life, but they're from a similar type of kit, and that is that size. It's the 4x6, so I can use some of those. And the other thing I have is these little master balls, these little very small master balls. I think I did one with Rachel in her Roxy's Weekly Challenge last year, where she was making some of these, and then you just decorate the other side however you want. So I had one, so I've made a couple more so that we can then, use them, and they'll be quite good for making tags because they're that bit longer than some of the other things I've got. I've got one or two longer pockets, so I thought these would be useful for that. And then we can just decorate those up on the other side, but they've got the the writing side is already done. So that's what I've got for my bases. And I've got a load of decorative bits and pieces around from both kits and from other things. So let's just get started and see what we need to make in the first pocket. Because the first pocket is the one that goes in here. So I think it's probably about the right size for a 4x6 journal card. It might not be quite deep enough, I'm not sure. Or I mean, it might be too deep for the card. I don't want the card to disappear and too difficult to get at, so it goes right in there. So I think I might need to make my card the same height but a bit wider. In which case, let's just see what I've got. Is this any bigger? This might be better. This might be a good idea. If I can cut that down a bit. It's a bit on the big side, unless I wonder if I can. No, this is going to be too wide for this pocket as well, but it's the right height. So maybe I'll use this one for this pocket, because it's got to be narrow, because it's just a little bit blocked off here, but it's about the right height to go inside there, so I might use it for that. In which case I think I'll use one of these. Now, how is that the right depth? I think they're all about the same width, so it's probably let's see, these are all the same, I think. Yeah. So I think that's what I'll use. And I'll just cut it to size. So I'll make it the same size as this, which is the 6 inches. I'll just cut it to that size. Just pulling over my trolley with my cutter in it. There it is. Oh no, actually this isn't going to be, it's not big enough. It only goes up to just over 5 inches this, and I need the other one because I need to measure 6 inches. Right. This is the one I need. Let's just clear a bit of space so I can actually get it on my on my mat. And I'll just trim it to 6 inches. Now I want the blue end. That's it. Yeah, I think that's right. And I can use this as a small tag at some point. I'm trying to leave that on my desk. I don't think it's not in my way. It'll be fine there. So let's see how this goes in here. Ooh, is this, no, not, oh, this is, oh, that's right, this is this is the flip out. I'm looking in the wrong place. It's here I need it to go, isn't it? I was thinking, oh, that's not stuck down. Well, that's not the pocket, so that's why it's not stuck down. So let's see how far that will go in. Oh, that's about perfect. I might just want to put a little tab on it anyway. So yeah, that will go quite nicely in there. I might just give it the tiniest of trims along that side, just to tidy it up a little. I don't want, because it was just poking out a tiny bit. I don't really want it to do that. There we are. That's just, well, it's not exactly straight either. I think that is. Right, so what have we got here? Let's just see what we can use to decorate this with. So I've got all my little papers here, and I've got lots of little scraps as well. But I need something as background. So I'm just going to pull out. I did wonder, let's have a look, see what I've got here. I'm using a bit of this again because I've used this on the front and I want to put it, I don't want it to kind of not match anything. I wonder about that. It's not quite enough. She's quite pretty. Maybe I could combine that with something else. We'll see. Let's just mark it and trim it down. And see what else I can perhaps match with it. There's my ruler. So, I'm feeling a little bit flat today. We finally, having looked at so many houses, as you know, we've been searching for a house to move to, nearer the girls, and we've seen about a dozen houses over the last few weeks, and a lot, because it's all always at the weekend. So we saw 4 last Saturday, and the last one was the one we thought. We really liked it, and we actually put an offer in, which is the first time we've done that. Found somewhere that we actually felt would work for us. It needed some work doing on it, but it wasn't work that you felt you had to do immediately. It was sort of just to make it more our own. So we put an offer in, and then that was on the Saturday, and we had to wait until yesterday, which was Monday, to find out if it had been accepted. So of course all over the weekend, you know, had all these ideas in my head of what I was going to do with it. I wasn't sleeping, didn't sleep for 2 nights, or hardly slept for 2 nights. Just couldn't get it out of my head, all the things I wanted to do, how I'd change it around, what I'd replace, and the life that we could lead in that little. It was a little village, quite rural, but it was just, it just seemed the perfect place for us. Even though it wasn't what we were originally looking for, we originally wanted to be in a busy, sort of more of a town environment, really. But this place just took our fancy. But yeah, so when we heard back on Monday, we had a bit of a nasty surprise. Well, it shouldn't have been a surprise. We were just a bit naive and thinking, because our budget we had quite a healthy budget to spend. So even if somebody had offered more than we did, we felt we could still match that or better it. So we were feeling fairly confident that as far as the price goes, what we could afford, we would be okay. Because it's a different area, so it is a lot less expensive than where we are now. So it was a lot cheaper than we had anticipated. But yeah, what we hadn't bargained on was that somebody else would also make an offer, and they were in a bit better position than us because we do have a break in our chain. We have somewhere further back down the chain, somebody's lost their buyer. Quite recent, just over the weekend, I think, or very recently. And so we don't have a completed chain. And we hadn't really considered that that might be an issue, which was very naive of us, I have to say. We should have given that some thought. But the other couple, I don't know if it's a couple, the other potential buyer had a completed chain, so that was it. And we hadn't really thought that in the end it wouldn't be about who could afford what. It would be about who could move more quickly than the others, and they could move more quickly than us. So that was it. End of our hopes. I mean, we will continue, of course, but it does kind of leave you feeling a bit jaded, a bit flat for a day or two. And of course, I hadn't slept, so I was really tired as well yesterday, particularly. So I think that will work. It's quite as I say, it's come off really pale green, this kit, the way I've printed it. Now, I found some old scraps from when I did it before, when I was working with Tina on her Beach Huts kit, so when I first printed them. And the colour is completely different when I printed it the first time. It's much brighter, that green. I don't know if you can see the difference. It's exactly the same colour, but when I printed it on from my old laptop, the printer's not changed. It's the same printer. All I've done is change my laptop. And I think the settings are different on the way it prints. I've discovered this because I can't print borderless anymore, and I always could before. It must be something to do with Windows 10 and the printer settings, but it's really disappointing that I'm not getting the full benefit of the colour that's in the kit, because that is just a lot brighter. But I've only got little scraps, which is a shame, of the original pieces that I printed out. So, because I want a bigger piece, unless I can patch it in some way, maybe I can do a bit there, because it's just a bit stronger. And actually I only need a little bit anyway, don't I? Maybe I won't go, maybe I'll find something else to use this for where I can get the full benefit of the colour. Right, let's see what else I can find that I could use. Can I use a bit of this? And the blue has come out stronger as well, I found. So maybe I'll just tear a piece of this off as well. Just going to have to patch it a little bit. So yeah, so that was a bit of a sad end to our weekend, really. And probably we should have thought about that. We thought that because we'd sold ours, we had a buy for ours, that would be good enough. But you have to have the whole chain behind you, which foolishly we didn't really think about. And it's fine if the people that we were buying, who we were potentially would be buying from, were not in a hurry and were prepared to wait for our chain to complete. It would have probably been okay, but the lady was in a hurry to move, so we didn't get it. But there we go, we have to move on. We kind of said, well, we'll carry on looking. But you kind of lose heart a little bit, just for a little while. We'll get back into it. I'm sure we will. Let's see if I can sort of incorporate this, then I bring in the theme then a little bit, can't I? Let's see. That's a nice size piece, so I don't want to have to cut that down too much, so I'll find another piece. I've got quite a few little scraps knocking around. Yeah, so I think doing a bit of crafting is probably just what I needed. I tried to sit down to do some yesterday, and I couldn't settle to doing it. So I ended up just watching a few videos and trying to put it all out of my mind. Yeah, that will do. Okay, so I'll just glue these bits down. But I did want to get these videos finished because I am videoing ahead. So this is actually for next Monday. So it would be, this is Tuesday I'm filming for next Monday's to go up on YouTube. And that on that day we will actually be travelling down to Somerset for a few days. Have a few days away, which I think will be quite nice. Will be good for us to get away, I think. Just have a little break from it all. Oh, they're only going during the week, so we can still, if necessary, view properties at either weekend, either before or afterwards. So you don't really ever get away with it from it these days, do you? Because I'm sure we'll be looking on, you know, checking the internet and things, looking for any new properties that come along. Can't help yourself. But I think each time we get close, we learn something new about what we're looking for and what we cannot or are not prepared to compromise on. So we're getting, I think, more and more picky as time goes on. So rather than, you know, you think we'd be getting less picky as there are not many about, but it just makes you realise that, you know, it's got to be right. And I mean, even, you know, the one we were trying to buy wasn't perfect, but it was one that we felt we could, because it was actually a bungalow, which we haven't seen many of. There are not many bungalows around, and they're usually quite expensive. And the only one we have looked at was really tiny and needed far too much work for the price. I mean, they tend to command very high prices for the size. And that was one of the things that, you know, was good about this place, that it was a bungalow, it was a good size, it had, you know, quite a few rooms, quite a reasonable garden, lots of work to do on the garden, but it was big enough, and the price was good because of the area that it's in. It was in a totally different county, and it's a county that's not as expensive as Hertfordshire where we live. So, you know, the price was good as far as we were concerned. But, you know, it wasn't to be. You just have to kind of tell yourself that something better will come along. We just have to be patient. At least our buyers are still very keen. So, that's always good. Okay. Enough house talk now. I think I need to get my head out of it for a little while. It's very easy to obsess, isn't it? With these things, you get so caught up in it. It's hard to sometimes think about anything else. Right. Come back here. It's trying to disappear. I want to stick you down. It's not completely filling the page. I may have cut it down just a fraction too much, but maybe it's almost there. I'll just try again. Okay. Come on. That's it. On another note, has anybody out there watched Bridgerton? It's on Netflix. If you've got Netflix and you haven't seen Bridgerton yet, why haven't you? You don't know what you're missing. I really, when it first came out, I avoided it because it was so hyped up and everybody was, you know, going on about it. I was deeply suspicious that it couldn't possibly be as good as everybody were making out. I was wrong. It certainly is as good as everybody makes out. I absolutely love it. I'm going to use this other one. I keep forgetting. I did try to start using the, what they call it, speckled egg. And I haven't remembered to use it every time, but I'm going to try and use it a bit more on the ephemera pieces, I think. Just to bring out that colour. Yeah, I mean, I tried not to binge watch it. I started off just watching one episode at a time, but there were only 8 episodes, so it didn't take very long, and the last 2 I just watched back to back. I just couldn't help myself. So, let me know if anybody else has seen it and has loved it as much as I do. Or if you didn't really like it. I don't suppose it's everybody's cup of tea. I mean, it's very much a female thing, I think. I don't suppose many men would be into it. My husband certainly isn't. Well, he doesn't watch much telly anyway. He's not really doesn't really watch dramas and things like that, so I tend to watch these things on my own, and that's all right. Right. So I'm a bit all fingers and thumbs today. Right. I think I've got a bit of residual tiredness. I had a really good night's sleep last night. I was so shattered. I think I was overtired. I ended up taking a Nitol, which is one of these, over-the-counter sleep remedies. I haven't taken one for ages and ages. And then suddenly I remembered that I might still have one. Just thought it might help me just to drift off, and it certainly did. Right, I'm just going to, I think, round my corners, and I want to get a tab for this. I don't know if I've got one that will go. Let's see. Oh, what about this stripe? Let's see how that would look. I think that would go really well, actually. Or I've got a green stripe as well. Let's see which one. Because it's got to go, if it's going to be poking out a little bit, it's got to be showing out the side of here. So the pink goes quite nice because it's got a little bit of pink on the cover. What about the green? Green goes as well. Which one? Which one do I like best? I don't know, I like them both. Oh, well, I'll probably use them both anyway. I think I'll use the pink one. Just pop that there. No, hang on, let's just make sure I've got it going in the right way. Which way does he want to go in? Does he want to go in this way? I think it does. No good putting the tab on the wrong side, is it? So the tab's got to go on this side. Right, okay. That's good. Now I'm just going to ink around, and then I'll do the corners. Right, corners. I'm going to use the big corner punch, I think. Ah. I hope it's going to... Probably just need to glue that down because I'm now going to cut it off, aren't I? But otherwise it might just have got caught in there. Right. Let's get rid of these. Re-ink. I'm just going to add a few touches of the other colour too. And now I just need to add my tab. Keeps slipping. Oh. Let's just stick out a little bit, but not too much. I think I'll put it on the right side. Yes, I think I have. Goes in like that. Okay, what's going on here? There we are. There it is. So that's in. Good. Right, the next one, I think we were going to use... Has it gone? Yep, there it is. Because that's the right, right length. It's just got to be cut down a bit, I think. I'll do it that way so I can see what I'm doing. I think it needs to be about here. At least I'll start with that. I can always trim it down a bit more. I don't want it to be too small. Right, let's see if this will fit. I think it will. Oh yes, look at that, perfect. Perfect size. Can I get it back out again? There we go. Right. So I'm thinking some of this we can leave and just cover up the bits that we don't want. So I think I might just use some of the papers from the kit to cover the bits of wording that we don't want. So for instance, that piece would be quite good there. I just need to get rid of the white. So I might put that there, then that covers up all of this bit down here. I think I'll just tear this a little bit. And that seashell looks a bit odd like that, so I'm just going to round that off there. Yep, that will do there. Okay, Okay, that piece goes nicely on there. And then we want to see what can go across the top. I'll put a piece down. Here. I just want to get rid of this white bit that I tore it the wrong way. Okay, so that can go there. What can I put across there? Maybe this piece can go here. And then maybe I can just do something. Perhaps a little bit of, maybe a little bit of book page would just bridge the gap a little. Nope, it needs to go up a little bit more. And a bit more. That needs to go right up there. Okay. And I might just put a little bit down the side as well, just to give it a bit more cohesion. Let's tear that off. That look odd. And then I need to possibly, I know what I could do. Add something a bit, another little dimension. So I've got this book, Animals and Plants of Britain and Europe. It's a really nice, it's a Kingfisher Concise Field Guide, and it's a lovely book because it's got loads of images. It's got flowers, it's got birds, it's got small, it's got animals, mammals, all sorts in here, and flowers, loads of flowers and loads of butterflies, but they're all quite nice small sizes and easy to cut out. And I found a section on mollusks, basically shells. So yeah, so it's got every type of creature and flora and fauna, and all quite nice images. So I just tore out a little selection. I thought, well, actually I could add these to my pages, to my ephemera, to bring in a little bit of extra colour and dimension, I suppose. I just need to cut them out. Need to choose one, maybe even a couple. I might put one down here and one up here. Yeah, I think that's what I might do, just to get in another little bit of colour and something a bit different. These are a little bit brighter. Okay, so glue's right there. Right. Yeah, so now what we need is a couple of little extra shells, I think. Maybe that one. Not that one down the bottom. I don't think I like the look of that one. I wonder about this pink one there. There's also this one I rather like too. This is yeah, I like that one. I might cut this one out and see how that looks. They're not too awkward a shape to cut out. That go there? I do. And then I've got this one. So pretty, these shells. As soon as I saw them I thought, oh, I'm sure I can find a use for them in my little folio. It's amazing how once you start looking around for things to go with this theme, a few other things have popped up. Something like that. That would look nice. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's get these down. That one? Yeah. Is it the right way round? Not sure it is. Maybe that's better. Kind of slightly weird now it's on the page. Do I prefer the pink one? I might actually prefer the pink one. Let's try it. Oop. Right, how about that one? Like that. Or like that. How many ways can I put a shell on a page? Yeah, I might just put it on like that, I think. No, put it like think. There. Sorry, I hope I wasn't off screen there while I was trying it all out. Move these out of the way. I might use that still, but not on this position. Alright, so that's the that journal card, and I am going to round the corners again. Use the middle size, I think, this time. And I don't think I need to back it, I'm just going to ink around it. I might put a little bit of stamping on it, just to give it a finishing look. Let's just do some inking. There we are. Right, I think I just fancy putting a little, maybe a little stamp of some sort on here. I think one of the shells would be nice. I mean, I could do the lighthouse. I mean, all of these shells would be nice. It would have been nice, I think, to get one stamp that was a bit smaller to fit on some smaller pieces, but we've only got these quite big ones. Should I put that one there? Just that one. Maybe just the one. Oop. I'm going to use, I think, a big stamp block just to give me a surface to press on. Did it work? Yes, it did. Right, and other thing I thought I could do, I actually prepared the word seashell with my stamps, so I might just pop that on as well. See? In case anybody wasn't sure what it was. There we are. Right, so I'm quite pleased with that. I think I need to put a little tab on. I might just use the green one that I had out before. Right, let's try that on the top there. Or would I be better off with something a little pinky? Like maybe this one. Maybe this one would work. It's got that bit of pink. Quite like that, actually. And this one. Right. I think I can probably use my glue stick for this. There we are. Right, let's pop this one in. I really like that. I'm so pleased how that's turned out. Okay. You can go in here. Of course, I didn't really think about lining it up with the thumb notch, but it's not too bad. Let's see if it'll go any further down. That's it. It just fits about right. It's not quite where it should be. I never thought about that, but never mind. So I don't know if I showed you that I put this little piece of ephemera here to hold this shut. I can't remember if I did that. I think I may have done that off camera. So that should just pop out, in theory. Yes, she says. Oh, it got stuck. Oh, that's what happened. Ah, must have been a bit of rogue glue. Yeah, so it should just pop under there now. Right, so that's that one done. Let's go on to the next bit. So what do we need for here? We need something to go up here, and we need something for in here, and in here, and in... Is it going in the bottom? Oh, no. I can't remember where I've got the opening on this one. Did I actually do an opening? That's the question. I probably won't get this up today anyway, so let's do something to go in here. And I think... Oh, yes, I had another thought as well. Yes. In this pocket, I also prepared an envelope. I forgot about that. It's sitting here. I decided it'd be nice. I think I saw somebody have a pocket with a couple of things. It was probably Tina. And one of the things she had was an envelope, which was also stuffed with some goodies. And it was in the same pocket as the journal card. So I thought perhaps I could do something like that. So I made this envelope. Let's just check it will still go in. Now that I've decorated it all up. I might actually put it behind. And I've just got to put a few bits in there as well. Will it go in? Yeah, it might just pop in behind there, like that. Yeah, so, yeah, that's another little piece of ephemera. I did actually go down a complete rabbit hole with this, and I wanted to find out how to make one of these. So I followed one of Tina's mass makes. Well, she does make these on a mass make, and I mass made some myself, and I've ended up with about 14 envelopes for my stash. But this was the one I wanted to use for in here. I haven't quite decided how I'm going to close it, because it obviously keeps flapping up. So that may have to be finished at another time. Come back to that. Because I've also got to make some things to go in it, but let's make something to go in here for now. And I think what I need is one of my little master boards, I think, because it's quite long. I think it'll need to be, yeah, it'll need to come to about there, won't it? If you can see. If I can bring it back enough. It needs to go down to about there. And go to about there, I think. It's all a bit rough, but I think it'll be about right. Now I just need to tidy up these edges. And do the top one as well, just a touch. Just a smidge. And the other side's okay, I think, or is it? No, anyway, let's get the width as well. So it needs to be about here. another little taggy shape. So that's the sort of thing I could pop into the envelope if I decorate it. Yeah, let's cut that down. Belly band, maybe. Right, so let's just see how that fits now. It's going up, going up, going up. Yes, perfect, look at that. And I won't be able to put anything like a tab on here, because obviously it'll stop it closing, so it just needs to poke out enough to get it out. And of course I can't get it out now because my hands don't turn that way. That's it. Oops. Okay, so let's decorate this one. Okay, so how are we size-wise? How does that fit? Doesn't really, does it? I think what we got, it's quite, I'm thinking I might use some of this. Just use a single piece perhaps. I got, oh, I mustn't forget the journal cards as well that came with the kit. So I've got all these journal cards with the Beach Huts kit. Right, to remember those, although at the moment they're not the right size, but I'm sure I can use some. Let's see. And of course I've got these as well. Definitely going to use some of those. What piece did I pull out? Where did it go? Did I pull a piece out? Maybe I didn't. Maybe I just looked at it and then left it. Okay. So there's this piece, which is a bit of a, like a bit of collaged piece, and I have a feeling that I would just like to put that on there like that. Just glue it straight on and then trim it down. Now let's just think how I can further embellish this. I don't really want to put anything too thick on there. Maybe I just need some more shells. Or, let's have a think. What else have I got? So I've got the shells. I also had somewhere my little labels, which of course have now disappeared. Right, I had to turn the camera off in the end to try and find them, and it turns out I hadn't got them out of the box. I thought I took everything out of the box it was all ready to hand, but I hadn't. So these were the labels. So I found them in the end, and I'm not sure now if they're going to be what I want. But I just thought I'd try them. I wonder whether to put one just right across. I think it's a bit big now, after all that. I've got a bit of a label here. Whether I could use that in conjunction with something else. There's a little bit of something here. Which is quite nice. Or got a little bit of tissue paper here. Whether that would look quite nice. Just going up there. I think I might do that actually. Glue book's disappeared now. Yep, there it is. Got buried in all the searching. In the end, the searching for something I didn't actually need in the end. But never mind. I'll just put this here. Oh, not quite right. There's the card. Smooth it down gently. Right, and let's see if I can put just a little something else here. No. Moved my bin out of the way there, didn't I? So I could put that there. Yeah, I think I will. Just brings the two kits together a little bit. So this is really more of a background. Oops. And I want something here, which I think is going to be another one of my shells. Let's try that one. Yep. Right, I think that will go quite nicely just there. Yeah, I like that. So that could be, no, that's it. I think that's the last thing I'm going to manage to do today. See if I've got a little word I can put up here. I've got a couple of little words in here that I cut out. Seaweed. Have I got sea urchin. Well, that doesn't really work because there isn't one on here. What's this stuck on the back? Nothing. Big lump of glue, that's not good. Anything else? There's a couple more things in here. So I've got lighthouse, so that doesn't work either. And yeah, seaweed, sea urchin, more seaweed. Well, I can use the seaweed. I think I want to use this one. Put that up in there. I don't think it looks quite right so far away from the actual image, so maybe I'll just put it in that little label area. Do my usual with the corners. Oh, what went wrong there? Try again. It's better. It's funny how it does that sometimes. I'm never sure what I've done differently to make it punch that funny little shape. Right, I think that looks quite nice. Let's put it in the folio and then we're done for today. And we'll just keep going until we're done. May take a while, I don't know. So I think that goes in like that. So it comes out the way you want it to look. So it goes in like so. There we are. And then it closes up. So in the next video, we need to put something in these pockets, work out if I was planning to put anything in this envelope bit, which I probably am, but I just don't think I cut it. Oh no, I have. I have cut it. There we go. I just didn't realise I had. So I've got to put something in here, and in these two pockets, one at the back, and this one here. And then in this envelope, and in this pocket, and in this tuck. So, oh gosh, quite a lot still to do. So goodness knows when we'll actually finish. But thank you very much for joining me. I probably will do other things in between, otherwise you're just going to get bored with seeing this. So please do join me again for the next one. I will definitely do some more work on this, but after that it might be something different. We will see. But I will finish it. I may not finish it consecutively. Okay, thanks very much for joining me today, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.